Introduce themselves? That's what I'm talking about.
It's a part of my very God. She has all of it. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Somebody this sophomore.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
No, because you're not introduced it.
Yes, we're ready.
Good evening, everyone. I am Jamie Belt, and I want to thank you all for taking the time from your busy schedule to share your opinions with us this evening. You were asked to participate in this evening's discussion because you are a college student and have opinions about issues that are of interest to your age group. I have a series of questions to ask you about your campus, public safety, and your institution. There is no right or wrong answers to my questions. I'm simply interested in your honest opinions, whether positive or negative. Everything that you say or write will remain confidential and will not be associated with you as an individual. Let me share a few ground rules so that I can make sure I get in all of my questions and hear what each of you thinks. First, each individual's opinion is important. It is important for one person to speak at a time so that I can hear what each of you have to say. Everyone's opinion is valuable. Second, some people naturally talk more than others. It will be my job to make sure that each person gets to comment on each question. Third, I have to record your comments to refer to later. Also, some of my colleagues are observing the discussion because they're interested in what you have to say. Please ignore the observers and camera and just talk naturally. Fourth, feel free to enjoy the pizza, chips, candy, and soft drinks while we're talking. Fifth, I'll save time at the end of our discussion for any questions you have for me. Finally, before you leave, I will be distributing the incentive, which is a $5 Walmart gift card. So, let's begin by going around the room for introductions. I'd like for you to tell me your name, the institution you attend, your classification, your major, and where you're from. Starting with.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Alicia McLeod. I'm a sophomore psychology major here at Clark Atlanta University, and I am from Vidalia, Georgia.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Kirsten Johnson. I am a first-year business student. I'm from Baltimore, Maryland.
Hello, I am Keontae Williams. I am a freshman and I'm from Lexington, Kentucky. I'm a business student.
Hello everybody, I am Amari Sargent. I am from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I attend Clark Atlanta University and my major is marketing.
Hi, my name is Janae McBride. I'm from Chicago, Illinois. I'm a first-year business student here at Clark Atlanta University.
Greg Hopkins from Rochester, New York, and I'm a film student at Allison College.
So, is everyone familiar with this image that's on the screen right
No.
now? Starting with you.
Yes, we have the emergency call boxes. I believe there's one in the quad, one in front of Brawley. But anyway, they're scattered over campus.
Same. I've seen them throughout the campus. I've also seen them on Morehouse campus too, but I've seen them throughout that campus.
I've also seen it throughout the campus. I've never seen that box.
Yes, I've spotted a few poles on campus, but they're not enough.
Seen some. I really look for
Are you aware of how to use the box if you were in an emergency?
I've looked at them, so I'm thinking that it has a button and some, like an operator or somebody gonna pick up the phone. But I've also been told that all never had to use one, but they look old to me, so I wouldn't put my money on it. If I was in an emergency situation, I wouldn't run to cop.
Well, it seems like there's only one button on it, so I'm guessing if there was an emergency, you would press that one button on it. But, like she said, they do look very old, so I wouldn't trust it at all.
Yeah, I'm not aware of that.
I never seen the box, so I don't know.
I wouldn't use it,
But are you aware of how to?
but no, I'm not. Maybe if I was, maybe it'd be a different story, but I still wouldn't.
Right. And you?
I don't really care for it. Like, not to be rude, but I would choose my phone. My phone is the go-to before anything.
Wait, so you stand there and you just wait?
No, you press the button.
You press the button and an operator will ask you what you need.
Is it like automatic or is it like?
It should be automatic.
It should be automatic, but
So,
like I just said, we got people who say that it don't work. Like,
So if you see a burglar, you just gonna stand there and talk about
somebody following you on your way up.
Right.
So I know
Press the button.
somebody has already answered this, but do you think that there are enough of these call boxes on campus?
I think that if the call boxes don't work, there's no point in being on campus anyway. But if there were, I guess, if they did work, if they served a purpose, like I said, I never had to use one. All I know is the research that I've heard about. Like I know of somebody who did a whole study on the call boxes on campus and found that 2 out of, I'm guessing that there are like 4 of them. I've only seen 2, but half of them, whatever the number was, they didn't work. So if they did serve a purpose, we could definitely use more, because I don't know where any of them are, but 2.
I feel as though that there aren't enough, because if there were enough, we would know like where they are. Like, I know it's one by this place, and I know it's one by that place, but if we had to sit here and pick our brains and figure out, like, where have I seen that at, there's not enough of it.
Right.
Yeah, I believe that there should be more around campus.
What is the first question said?
Yeah, there should be more.
There needs to be more, because piggyback on what she said, if we knew they were there and we knew they would call them when they're supposed to go, then
Right.
have a problem.
So, in a second, she's gonna pull up a picture of the campus, the 3 campuses, but I'd like for you to think about the most dangerous place, of your opinion, of course, on your campus. When I call your name, I would like for you to let me know the name of your campus, the dangerous location of your choice, and why you think the location is dangerous.
We are at 26, we're at 26 right now. That's the mass media building. Down that white line, that's the promenade. And then you see Parsons and Beckwith and all the other streets. So
Where's Burger King?
Yeah, that's right.
where Burger King is, no, Burger King is on Fair Street. So
Fair
it's
Street?
going that way.
This way?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, you can.
yeah.
So, this is, like she said, a map of the Atlanta University Center, and when I call your name, let me know the most dangerous place on campus that. So, Alicia McLeod.
I'm gonna go with 2 streets, Losh or Lachey, I don't know how to say it, and Parsons, because and I attend Clark Atlanta. And that when we do get like emails or whatever about robberies on campus, people getting hit in the head with guns, whatever the case may be, they 9 times out of 10 take place on Parsons and
I attend Clark Atlanta University, and I would have to say and it's not one of those cold box thingies on that street, so.
I attend Clarkland University, and I would have to say Fair Street because one of my friends actually got robbed.
It was me. I was the friend.
Wow.
Is it my turn?
Not yet. Are you finished?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. I've had bad experiences on Parsons Street. My car got broken into on Parsons, and I got robbed on Fair Street. So, but out of both of them, I would say Parsons is probably more dangerous just because you're in the hood. Clark is in the hood, so, and we're open campus, so that's a problem.
I don't know the name of the street, but, like where the Sweets is at,
Mildred,
Mildred.
or behind Mildred.
Yeah,
That's low.
it's been
Yeah,
numerous people been robbed, got a cab the back way basically. So on the side, numerous people have been robbed or anything, and it's just not safe to walk. And also Parsons because of the lights, the call boxes, and everything else, so it's just not a good look.
I guess it's different for guys. Like, I mean, everybody get robbed, but still, I guess Parsons.
What's your team?
More hours.
Why do you say Parsons?
I just hear about stuff on Parsons, but I've never been robbed. So, but that's just me. So I can't really speak for everybody.
Is there anyone on your campus where you feel unsafe? You know, y'all made it to.
I mean, but still, that's not really like a big issue.
That, what's the name? Greens Ferry. Is that on the street where the stadium is?
Oh, fair. No.
No, that's not. That's a, what is it? Is that Beckley?
Beckley.
I guess that's street too because, like, my best friend, two of my best friends actually, they dance, right? So 9 times out of 10, they have to walk from the stadium at around 8:30. It's not a safe environment. There are no lights in the stadium or like on that street. The lights in the stadium, that's not true. But on that street, coming up there, middle of the night, it's not good.
Okay, now that you have informed me of the dangerous location on your campus, I want you to take the time to reminisce on how many times a week does a crime occur in that area, and why do you believe that this crime happened too frequently or infrequently? So the options are 0 to 2 times a week, 3 to 4 times a week, 5 to 6 times a week, and 7 or more. Is everybody understanding the question? Yes. So let's start with you, Alicia.
I'm gonna go with 3 to 4, with 3 being like my main number, maybe time a week. Just like counting in my freshman year and this past year. I'm a sophomore now. And the area where it takes place, definitely Lausch and Parsons.
It's asking you why do you believe that the crime happened? The same area that you gave earlier, tell us why you feel like crime happened there.
I feel like crime happens there, number one, because we don't have like the biggest amount of security in the right places, I would say. We've asked before, I've been in HGA meetings where a whole lot of our students like in there like, yo, can we get security here, and they basically were like, we don't have the means to have police officers on this street and this street, because y'all, I didn't understand the question, or understand that answer, but that's exactly what it is. There's no one patrolling or like just watching those streets and in a close enough vicinity to where you can stop the crime before it happens. And I feel like if that's where all of them happen, or the majority of our crimes happen, we shouldn't have to ask for security to be on those streets. But that's the answer.
Kirsten Jackson.
Okay. Why do I feel like this crime happened?
How many times? So how many
How
times?
many times a inform me of the dangerous location on your campus that you feel is the most dangerous. I want you to take the time to reminisce on how many times a week that crime occurs in that area. And why do you believe that this crime happens frequently or infrequently? So how many times a week do you think whatever crime makes you feel that it's most dangerous? How many times and why do you feel?
I wouldn't say 0 to 2 times a week. Maybe because I don't check my student emails. I don't be really hearing about it that much, but that might be that. And why? Because like she said, the security, I see them like job and stuff like that, but they don't be on a post. I don't really see them on a post like and stay there. I just see them moving there, be there for 5-10 minutes and then leave, but I don't feel like they're there as much as they should be, and that maybe is why these crimes keep coming.
I would say 0 to 2 because the security is not everywhere at the same time. There's not that many, so of course it's going to happen, keep happening wherever they're not at, and they can't be at the same place at the same time.
I would say Parsons is always something, but like 3 to 4 times a week. I think crime happens here because security is too busy trying to be cool with the students instead of actually protecting them or trying to holler at them. That's a big problem here. Like I understand we don't have a lot of patrol here at Clark Atlanta, but when we do have them, it's not like they protect them either. So, I mean, if we don't have the means and stuff, we just need to fire everybody and start over. You're too busy. I mean, everyone's cool with security. It's not like you respect them because they're, you know what I'm saying? So I think that barrier is gone, and that's the problem.
I would probably have to say 0 to 2 times a week because it is, the first street I said was Mildred. Like, stuff happens, but it's random, but not all the time. But yeah, the security here is terrible, but for the fact that it's an open campus, we should have more security than we already do. We already in jeopardy because it's open. Like, why are you guys not funding more security? And they need more training than just hire people to just sit there. Like, they don't even check our IDs to go through the promenade. Like, if you walk to Spelman and Morehouse, they'd be like, hey, where ID? What school you going to? Here? You just walk through freely. Student centers and stuff, people just be sitting there, especially Palm everywhere. Like, I know students that just be walking in there. You do not attend here. Like, it needs to be some type of extra security on top of that. Like, I should feel safe in my classroom, but you don't go in, but you walk in my classroom, or you're just standing outside, probably in the hallway with your friends because you just live in Atlanta and you just walk on our campus. That's not nowhere near safe. Like, you shouldn't be able to do that. If you don't attend and pay money to go to this school, why are you just able to walk in our buildings as if you don't pay and go here?
You don't got none of these problems.
I got problems like everybody else. Alright, I'm gonna go 0 to 2 times a week because you can only grab somebody like so many times.
What's the area that you chose?
Let's go because you can only grab somebody like twice. For so long. And the question was why? Like, why do people get robbed or robbed?
No,
Why do
feel
you
like
believe that crime happens frequently or infrequently?
It's
Why do
people-
you feel that?
It's like many aspects. It can depend on the person. Like sometimes people won't pay attention to it. And like people just be so comfortable with what they're doing on their phones. It's easy to get your ass robbed. Second, campus security. Like even on that, I mean, well, I don't really care for campus security, but it's more. It depends on the person. Like campus security can only do so much. Like it's so many people. It's like you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful for yourself before you can let somebody else to keep you safe.
Now that you have informed me of the danger. Now that we have a little understanding of what goes on your campus, again, no answer is wrong, but please answer with honesty. why does public safety either not patrol that area, or why do they patrol that area so frequently? Elise?
I really don't get why if security is asked to patrol a certain area that we don't get that response. I can't even just give you 100% real for an answer. Like, other than the fact that I don't know. Like, I don't have an explanation, and they don't have one either, other than they say, I remember at the same SGA meeting I just talked about, they were talking about how we don't have funding to have people stationed on this street or that street. But it's enough money to have one station outside of the back gates of Heritage. Like, I don't get it. There is no excuse as far as I'm concerned, because that's petty. You trying to beat the odds, or not the odds, but to trump people who trying to get into Heritage, who's students. You know what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10, the people who trying to get into Heritage go to school here, but we ain't got visitation, so they don't try to slide in. You know what I'm saying? But we got people getting hit in the head with butts of guns, like on Lost Street. Not even, I mean, I can walk there in like 5 minutes if I'm cruising. Like, you can actually get from Heritage, from the Swiss to Heritage in a good little time, but you can come out right here and right here. And you can't move from right here behind the Heritage gates to Lost. Like, I don't get it. I don't have no explanation. They don't really have one that's good enough for me. So.
And this question is definitely like a field question, so like, that's why I said with honesty, like, if you just feel like because they lazy, you can say that too.
That could be effective. That could be that. Or just want to see some other kind of excitement. I don't know. You feel like you're gonna do better if you catch somebody coming and getting back gate through here. Why? I don't know.
It seems like they just hire anybody to be Carolina University security, so maybe they're scared. I don't know. Maybe they don't want to go to these areas. The same reason why we scared to go to these areas, even though they are security guards. They got a uniform on. That doesn't make them, any different from us. They're probably scared, which they shouldn't be because they're supposed to be protecting us. But maybe that's why. I don't know, because it's no answer for it. That's what their job is. That's what you're getting paid to do. So I understand why you're not doing it. I don't have no reason.
I think because my area, because they probably don't think that a lot of crime happens in my area, that's probably why they are not there. I said, what street did I say? Fair Street.
Fair Street.
Yeah, they probably don't think a lot of crime happens in that area, and they focus on, yeah, it's always traffic, so they probably feel like people will see it, which I don't know what they think the people are gonna do if they're not even gonna help, but that's
I'm just thinking. Like, universities, at the end of the day, it's a business, right? So if you're saying that you don't have the means to secure these areas, for one, you're already an open campus, meaning you're not gonna attract a lot of parents. So if that's a factor, you should have more security, because that's gonna attract more money, right? Okay. I was just making sure I made logical sense here. That's all.
The question is, why does public safety either not patrol that area, or why do they patrol the area so frequently?
Because they don't take their job seriously, and they figure because they're just a school security that is, it's just a mediocre job to them. They just here for the check. I can witness that myself, and first impressions is always the thing. Like, if I feel like I'm not being threatened by you, I'm not gonna pay attention to you that way. Like, they uniform don't be put together half the time. They be slouchy, just set it out there, and like, just don't care. But like, you thirsty to block off like the sweets. Wow, like, okay, you putting some gates in the middle of the street. What is that protecting? When you walk behind the gates and going up the mountain, you're still gonna get, attacked or anything. Like, yeah, and open campus once again, like, fun fund the money for that, or make this campus smaller enough or adequate enough and put gates around it, so we can be as if Spelman and Morehouse, as if, oh, certain time you can't walk through here, and if we go behind them gates, that's on us, because we're grown enough to take responsibility. But that's just not, that's redundant. Like, yeah, they just not taking these jobs serious, and they just hiring anybody. Like, the chief people, they get the hours, but yeah, they on this duty, they on that one. They don't even do their jobs, for real. Like, come on now, stop it.
I'm gonna agree with what she said. That's everything I had to say.
You don't have anything to add?
I agree with what she said too. Might be like a little scared. Everybody gets scared.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's wrong.
Everybody gets scared.
But they prepared, they pay you not to be scared.
They not training for this type of job.
There should be training for it.
Right, you can tell they just hire y'all, you got a good background and such and such.
Yeah, you would have been.
Being scared of supposed to be.
And some of our
I
public
mean, but
safety
you got
officers-
tasers, you have
One of
guns,
our
you know, you have more than the
public
average
safety
person
officers-
has, so
Who's gonna
if you're gonna have it, don't be scared to, you got it.
Plus the
If
presence
that's the
of a
case,
car.
yeah, if that's the case, it shouldn't even be a campus police, just hire APD to be here. I feel like they would do that, just be cruising, probably nothing is going on.
When you in a
And
car,
we did team up with APD, but APD, was only patrolling MLK.
but Clark, like when you get in a car accident, Clark Atlanta police do have to call APD.
Yeah.
So it is some type of relationship there, so.
Yeah. We
The
partnered
other
with
thing
them
that I
to
was trying to say
patrol
was
us like that.
the presence of a police car brings order.
Yeah.
Just sitting on the street, like even if you don't gotta get out, but just having your car on wherever the problems arise, that's gonna stop some of them because people like, oh, it's a cop car sitting right there, I ain't gonna test it, you know what I'm saying? And that's it, you ain't gotta do nothing, forget being scared, cause you ain't even gotta get out the car.
I seen 2 security officers stop and get ice cream from the ice cream truck. Now, I understand everyone gets hungry.
Right.
I understand. But ice cream and sprinkles and stuff, no one's scared of you. No one's scared of you. When you can go up to the cop, be like, what up, dude?
No one respects you, and that's
You know?
embarrassing.
That's
And
a
my
problem.
dream was to walk up on campus and see one of my peers shaking hands with a police officer. Like I was walking into Heritage, and then I seen. All right, I'm about to tell the whole story. I was walking into Heritage, and I saw this cop shake hands with one of my homeboys and say, "What's up, nigga?" The cop said it. Turned around to make sure it was the cop, and it was. So then I see the same cop stop another one of my friends outside of Brawley, and he was basically giving him a hard time. But now you want to act like, cause he checked me for his ID every day. He was like, if I ask you for your ID, you gotta show it to me. So he like grilling the fool out of my homeboy, and he was like, am I being detained? My friend, am I being detained? Am I gonna be arrested? No, but the cop basically felt some type of way because he was asking him, am I gonna be arrested? Okay, well then I'm free to go. Why am I not free to go? So now he mad, the cop wants to snap.
Right.
But now you wanna act like you got authority. I seen you 2 days ago talking about what's up nigga in my hallway, on my breezeway, where I stay. Our security is a joke. And it's embarrassing. My dad could not walk up on that and then want me to stay here, what?
I think there's nothing wrong with feeling comfortable with the cop knowing, like, you know, you need that
Yeah.
trust factor. So if something do happen, you be like, you know, I know you there. But it's a little bit, it's a difference between respecting them and being cool with you, like you're just one of my peers. And that's how a lot of them are.
Anybody else have anything to add? Does public safety ever hold forums so that you can express to them the frustration about your public safety while on campus? If your answer is yes, do you ever attend the forums? If no, why not? Or are you aware of any forums that they hold?
Like I said, I've been like touching here and there on the HDA meeting that I was in attendance for, and we had someone from the public safety department come and speak to us. But as far as public safety hosting an event, like, yo, come check this out, let's talk about this, not necessarily. I know in that meeting, and I actually witnessed one on Morehouse campus too, where they're Arts Club Atlanta, I've seen one, and they talked about, they gave me, I said all this earlier, but they told me why we couldn't have security on Lausch and on Parsons, just stay there or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And, what else? So, yeah, to answer the question, yes, they have held forums, or at least one. We could talk to them, but we didn't get anywhere.
Okay. Well, like I mentioned earlier, I'm a freshman, so in the beginning of the year, they came around and did like talks about public safety and all of the dorms. Well, I know they did in mine. So they did that because they probably had to. But they're hosting an event because they just want to make us feel safe and they want to do what they're supposed to do and just to inform the student body. I haven't heard anything about that. I just know that they went to a freshman dorm because that's what you just have to do. So I haven't heard any events that they had about.
I'm not aware of any.
Okay.
I'm not aware of any either. I don't think they are either. Or, no, I don't think they care. So check.
Definitely not aware of any, and I don't even recall, like, from my freshman experience, even recall seeing public safety as a priority of us needing to know who is who, what is what to look out for, and what it would look like. So, no.
You say you a sophomore?
Yeah.
I heard of one, but I don't really care enough to go.
You heard of one?
Yeah, I heard of one, but that was like a month ago. I don't really care.
So you didn't attend because?
I didn't attend, because again, it's all about like you paying attention to your surroundings. Like, if you walk around like with headphones in your ear, beat headphones, and you're not paying attention, somebody's gonna rob your ass. It's simple as that. You gonna get your ass robbed. You trying to like be swagged up, trying to be fly for everybody, and you just walk around where you know you're not supposed to be. Get your ass robbed. Like it's simple.
Even on y'all campus, when it get gated too.
Gated. I mean, shit's
So y'all students be right? Or
People, I heard people getting their ass robbed, because you see how people dress at Morehouse and that's spelling. Everybody's so fresh, everybody got this. You get your ass robbed. Like, it's like.
Anybody else got
I
any
want to add
comments?
something to that. I'm on the public safety committee, and the only time we had a forum was my freshman year, and like it was like maybe 100 people in Davidge.
What's your class?
You a sophomore?
I'm a junior,
Wow.
senior next fall. But we had a forum my freshman year, and like 100 people came out to say what they had to say, and public safety got grilled that night. Like, because we were all freshmen then. Freshmen, like, it's my first week of school and I already got robbed. Like, and somebody got raped. Like, it was somebody got raped during an experience week behind the suites, because the suites wasn't always blocked off. The suites used to be open to us, and after that happened, it blocked it off. But that's the only time they actually made some changes, like, and that's when they teamed up with APD. But as of now, I guess because they have the wrong people running it now, they don't really have any forums. They don't really care.
Okay, so what do you think should take place or come into effect so that the crime rate on your campus can be lowered? Who all will need to be a helping hand to make this work? For example, students, teachers, administration, public safety, city police officers, etc. Alicia?
I think for my campus, it's kind of hard to tackle, but I don't think that it's impossible. It'll be a whole lot of stuff to review because, like we said, we've been saying we're an open campus. Parsons runs straight between the suites and the parking deck. Then the rest of it is split in the promenade and the library. Like we can't really block them streets off either because it's business behind our university and behind the suites and then on the other side of the library. So you can't really just close off streets to make it a private campus or a gated campus. But I'm a firm believer in having more security. I keep saying it, and I'm just gonna stick with that. And as far as, because really, you talk about students, teachers, administration, these people subject to getting robbed too. So it's really in the hands of our
here, and she's a junior now. That said a lot to me. Why haven't we had one since then? That's a long time. That's a long period of time. So I think they should have more of those so they can hear more opinions and they can make more changes. But I feel like as a student body, we also have a part in it too. Like, people will go to their friends like, girl, I have a problem with this, and that, but they won't go and take the problem further. They won't tell the person who they need to tell for it to get handled. If you're just telling your friends or telling, your peers, they can't do anything about it. We have to take responsibility as well in trying to get things done.
I think that the students need to be more aware. So, like you said, then so many people won't be vulnerable to getting robbed and stuff. And also the police, we need more, way more. And I believe the city police should come in and help the city.
I think that universities make a lot of money and bring a lot of money into the city. Therefore, you should protect us. I think that's fair. And I don't think it's just complicated. Your job is to protect. You are hired to protect. So you should protect. We've come here to learn. We are students, right? That's your one job that you picked.
Hey, you picked it.
Like, nobody told you to become a security guard and don't secure not nothing. Like, nobody did that. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, if the shoe fits, you should wear it. I think it's simple.
I feel like all the above should apply because they're all involved with the campus, and they, just as well as we hear about it, they hear about it just as well. So if they were concerned about their student safety, they can put in their voucher what they feel like should be done just as well as we should, and we should take further steps. But just as well as it's our job to say something about it, like when something happens, you should feel the need, because that's your job, that, oh man, like we need to do something about this so this won't occur. Or if the same situation keeps occurring, we need a better solution. So, that's about it.
Great.
I just feel like, if you're gonna walk somewhere and you're gonna get robbed, squat up, go with somebody, go by yourself. Shit, you can only rob so many people at once. So. But I feel like the teachers and administration, the police, I feel like they should just work something out. Well, not even the teachers, it's more like at the university and campus security, just to make sure everybody gets safe. But it's like, at the same time, you gotta put yourself responsible. You gotta make yourself responsible. No surprise.
Bless.
I have something to say.
Yes, Bree.
So it says what should come into effect. My freshman year, I had a petition to put gates around, cause we can't block off the street, cause it's like GPS say you gotta go on Parsons, it's gonna take you on Parsons.
Right.
So we can't block off the streets. So I asked that they put gates around where our student center is, through the church, and wrap it around to the whole promenade area basically, and on by the library, and that's what happened. They said they couldn't do it because the gate cost so much. So I think that, teachers, administrators, students, public safety, and the police officers should get involved. But I think that it's something more probably having to go to the mayor or something. It's that serious.
A gate is about out of the question. I feel what you're saying. It costs a lot of money, but the reason it costs a lot of money is because we putting it around nothing. Nothing is just together. We split off by streets everywhere.
Right.
So it's you were gonna need double the gates to try to gate it off. And I get that, and I ain't trying to pay no more tuition.
Right.
I
And the only reason why the state doesn't fund us is because we won't, we accept minorities. So if we didn't accept white students, we would be funded by the state.
Right.
Yeah.
But I think the answer, the effect can be simple. You are hired to secure. You should start securing them.
Right.
Or, make it, as we said earlier, make it harder for you to even become a cop. The training process of it, because obviously something's missing here. But it takes two. As you're saying, students have to be more aware.
Cause look at Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech go all the way from
Yep.
Northside Drive all the
Yep.
way to Peachtree.
But look how nice Georgia Tech is, but you don't feel like
It-
you have
The
to-
area.
Exactly.
And they have
We walk Georgia
I
State.
see
I mean Georgia
cops
Tech
all
all
the
the time, and
time.
nothing ever happens to me.
Yeah.
But I mean anything can happen anywhere. But they police officers be everywhere.
They're
I done seen Georgia
everywhere.
Tech police
Exactly.
by our school before. They are
Yeah.
everywhere.
Anybody else have anything to add on that
No.
topic? No? You do.
Yeah. Is it because they feel like just because we're stuck, I feel like because we're stuck in the middle of the hood, that's just what they expect. But we should think outside the box and make us feel, more safe, like how she just explained. Warren Georgia Tech, GSU, yeah, those are spread out. We're spread out as well. Any other normal campus is spread out. But stuff is is laxy daisy, like they just hire anybody. Yes, and you should change that. But just because you're stuck in a hood, that don't mean you have to have a hood mindset. Treat us as if we was Georgia Tech or Georgia State.
Right.
They won't do that. And the transportation wise, they have certain buses and stuff that take them to their class. Our transportation here sucks. The schedule that they put on the little app that you get is not accurate. Buses is noisy, rowdy, ghetto drivers. They treat us as if we was kids on the block.
And either Georgia Tech not even in a safe area, so it's I feel like we should be treated equally.
Georgia State ain't either.
It's not.
You can get robbed, Georgia State.
They get robbed.
Yeah, you can get robbed. Georgia State.
You get robbed, but they got way.
G.
What do you do to make sure that your safety is well taken care of, and how do you try to promote the same safety guidelines for others? Or how will you, if you choose after this focus group,
Or how will you, if,
or how will you? So what do you do to make sure that your safety is well taken care of, and how do you try to promote the same safety guidelines for others? Or how do you plan to in the future?
Okay. So whenever I'm walking, because I do a lot of stuff, 9 times out of 10 get to my home like 9:ish. And that means sundown. And if sometimes it's later than that, depending on what I have to do. So when I walk by myself, because sometimes I have to walk by myself, I put my money in my boobs, I put my phone in my shoe, and if I'm not on me, then I walk that way. So I just try to keep whatever might look valuable on me out of other people's sight, because I'm from the country. I don't too much have a whole lot of street smarts, so I can tell when somebody walking up on me, but as far as how to avoid a robbery, 110%, don't got that down. So I usually put whatever I have on me that might look like it's some value up before I walk by myself. And 9 times out of 10, I can just feel okay, it's one of them nights. I need to put my stuff up. And I guess I just continue to do that.
Just like we've always said, this is about being aware. So I usually make sure that I'm aware of my surroundings. I don't get out of practice usually until late at night. And I have to walk from the stadium all the way to the freshman dorms. So I just make sure that I'm either with someone, but that can't happen all the time because everybody's schedule is different. So if I'm not with someone, I'm just aware of my surroundings. You gotta pay attention to who's walking next to you. You gotta pay attention to, you got your phone in your hand, earphones while you walking is a big no-no. And everybody does it. Everybody does it. I see everybody with earphones in all day walking, but that's just not okay. It's not okay. The music is loud. You don't pay attention. You too busy worried about what's playing. You're not even worried about what's going on around you. This is daylight and at nighttime. People around here in the daylight, they don't care. So
It happened here.
you gotta just pay attention.
okay,
I try to pay attention to my surroundings. Usually if I'm walking by myself, I try to stay on my phone, so if anything happens.
I always at least try to let someone know where I am. Someone needs to know where you are. The first time I was robbed on campus, I have my earphones in, so ever since freshman year, I don't do that. I don't even talk on the phone. I need to be aware of everything. What I try to tell, especially like young girls, because you know, like you go to parties here and everything, so you know, you're not a student at when night come around, so mentoring, you know, let me know. If you need anything, don't call me all the time, but if you need me, let me know. So just always letting somebody know where you are, that's important. If it's your parent, or I remember my mom, now there is one security guard, I can't think of his name right, what's his name? Maddox. Awesome security guard. I remember I was walking late one night, I was on the phone with my mom, she was like, where's the security, why are you the only one out? She actually got on the phone with Maddox, and ever since then, since freshman year, he's always on me. So someone needs to know, and that no matter where you're going. And another thing, the majority of students at Clark are girls. So I mean, keeping some type of spray on you or something, just be prepared, because security ain't.
Usually at night, if I have to leave at night, not like I do, but I'm with someone. Now, unless I'm walking to the library or whatever, but it's not like my thing. I'm gonna make sure I probably get there like as the sun going down or whatever. Or most of the time I'm on the phone with a parent, and like if I have my headphone in and one out, because I don't want my phone visible all the time. So it's the headphone in and headphone out. Most 9 times out of 10 I call my mom, and I'm on the phone with her. And so yeah, they would know somebody's always doing where I'm going.
Great.
Everything that you said.
Nothing to add.
Nothing to add. Just be aware, don't walk by yourself. If you're not prepared to die for it, give it up. That's it.
Hit. Yeah.
I have one more question, and it is does everyone know at least one person that is a campus safety officer, the name of one person, and have a relationship that you feel comfortable contacting them if you were in the Alicia?
No, I don't know the right name, so I wouldn't know, I guess.
And you don't know like a face that you would.
I know a face, but I mean, he ain't even here all the time, so, I mean, you know, they switch students or whatever.
Name I do not know. Face I do know, but I believe he's like a higher, like he's above a security guard, something like that.
Sherwood?
Yeah. So I don't know if he's available all the time, but I do know his face.
Maddox, I give him the utmost respect. I think he's awesome. There's also another one I know by face, but only because I'm like it's Women Crush Wednesday, not because I'm a here.
Okay.
I'm a chief deputy, Officer Will, but yeah, I know him, but that's for other reasons. But yeah, I know him. But he's
You would feel comfortable coming to him?
maybe, I'll probably just call 911.
Okay. Great. None on your campus? Okay, so, do any of my observers have questions that need to be asked, comments, anything like that?
I'd like to thank you all for sharing. And would you say that the predominant amount of incidents that you know about are at night or during the day?
That is no.
I go half and half.
Yeah, in between.
Last year, somebody got robbed in front of the library during class.
When I got robbed, it was 9 a.m.
Night, 9 a.m.?
Yeah, in the morning.
Oh,
I got
wow.
robbed in the morning.
You were robbed in the morning, and were you assaulted with a weapon?
With a gun.
With a gun?
I wasn't assaulted though.
Well, that's a type of an assault, but I see what you're saying. No, not like accosted or anything like that. And did you have someone with you?
Nope, I was walking, this was freshman year, and this was the first time I was sick. And my mother, she came in town, you know, this is the first year and everything. She came in town, and she stayed right at that hotel across from Burger King. Castleberry, yeah. And right after my 8 o'clock, I was walking to her and got robbed on my way there. And then when my car got broken into, I would say that was like noon, so just got over it.
Any other questions from my observers? Comments?
You're a junior, right?
Me?
Correct, yeah.
Senior.
So you do feel like there's any progression in campus safety since your freshman year?
Y'all know we have a public safety hotline.
Really? Like, you can call and say like, hey, come over tonight? Like that type of hotline? 'Cause
No,
that
I
happens
can't
here.
stand it. Like one time, my freshman year, I got locked out. I'm not backing them up, I'm just saying, I got locked out my freshman year, and I just called, 404, it's 880-911.
That ain't the hotline, that's the line.
Yeah, that's the line, my bad. And they came like that was a lot, not right away. They came like 10, 15 minutes later, and they let me in my building.
That's
Did
wild.
y'all know y'all had that?
No.
Yeah, that's how we call them. Y'all never call them?
Some people just go straight to 911.
Oh, they call, I mean, they can't.
They kind of get in trouble for that. When they call 911, they be like, what
They
y'all
go like, oh, that's good.
So, no more comments or anything from my observers. Okay, so as I stated in the beginning, I leave a few minutes at the end of our discussion in case you had any questions for me. Are there any questions from anyone?
Do you feel safe?
I would have to, I guess, not feel safe, but I do feel that there are some breaches in our public safety whole system. But, so I guess it's not that I feel unsafe, but I am aware of problems in our,
What's your classification?
I'm a sophomore. Any more questions for me?
I have a question. All right, so
Yeah.
since you all have conducted this survey and got our opinions, what are you gonna do?
Well, we are gonna she took notes or whatever, so we're gonna basically just analyze everything that you all said to make our report that much stronger.
And then what are you gonna do with the report?
I'm going to bring the report to the Public Safety Committee, and I'll let them see that.
That's great.
Any questions from anybody else? No? Well, thank you very much for your time. Your comments have been very helpful. I am now going to distribute, or one of my colleagues are going to distribute a $5 Walmart gift card. Please sign the form that states that you received this gift card, and thank you for participating. This concludes our evening, and thank you again.
Appreciate it. Yo, Greg. Yo, bro, it cut off like 5 times. I pressed it back and it started recording back. We could put all 5 of them together or have all the other 4 been lost.